Hey, everybody, welcome back to a new broadcast of Mother Daughter Duo. Hi there, everybody.
Together again.
That's right, and we're here to kvetch, bitch, and moan about the latest situation involving all these sexual allegations and what a ruse it is for the real problems that we have going on.
Isn't that right?
Now, what's today's little tidbit? Al Franken is our latest victim of exposure for the little faux pas he did, groping at women, kissing women when they didn't give him consent. And this is just a long line, starting with Harvey Weinstein, and these so-called sexual allegations. I'm not calling them so-called. They're real allegations. These guys are perverts, they're predators, and gratefully, we're so happy to hear that women are coming out and blowing the whistle on these men. And I hope and pray that the law takes this seriously and that just because these people have power, whether it be Hollywood or Washington, that they go to jail for what they've done.
That's right. Because these people shouldn't be able to just walk around without being, without justice being served for the crimes that they've committed.
Yeah, and let's be clear. These are crimes. They're not little social accidents or a lifestyle. These people are breaking the law in violating other human beings.
Right.
So I was talking with Christina earlier. One of the reasons why I feel this is such a prevalent problem is you can thank the feminists again for how they have completely reconstructed the image of women in the days when women were revered, where men would hold a door for you, where men would tip their hats to you, where men would pull out your chair, call you ma'am or miss, and have some sort of esteem for your position. No, we want to be equal. So now that we're just treated just like one of the boys, we get upset when guys act like guys.
It's just, I know that we rant on feminism a lot, but we gotta realize that this stuff really goes in deep into our culture, that they've really changed so much, I mean, you've seen now 2 generations of crazy feminists, and I was previously a crazy feminist, but, it really, it's a shame because the whole thing of feminism is that women are not equal to men, and that we have to prove ourselves to our equality, but in reality, it's all a lie, because you can see it, first chapter of the Bible in Genesis, that God created man and woman equal.
In the same image of God, but they're different, okay?
Not bad, just different.
Just different.
But you know what? It's a lie because, if women keep trying to prove our equality when it's already there, the whole movement is based on a lie.
Yeah.
It has no traction.
Well, here's the thing that makes me laugh at this whole idea of equality, that men and women are equal. Okay, women, hello. We are equal to men as in the position we have in God's eyes as God's children, okay? We are not men. If you want to be equal to a man, you have to be another man, okay? We are not supposed what you're proposing isn't equality, is similarity. You want to be treated similar to a man. You want to be honored like a man. You want to be paid like a man. You want to be given the rights of a man. It's ludicrous because what you're asking is nothing to do with equality as much as it is you're trying to be as similar to a man, and that's never going to happen, sweethearts. I'm sorry.
I think it's not only similarities, but revenge.
Exactly.
There's a lot of very, especially very militant feminists are very bitter. A lot, and the sad thing is that a lot of them don't really have real personal interactions with the man, where they have a man, they're close to other men in their lives.
Right.
So their whole, conception of what men really are like are from movies or from, horror stories that you hear from the news, like rapists or things like that. And it's just completely unrealistic.
It's not only unrealistic, it's just, what's sad about it is not the unrealistic, is that it's born totally of resentment. And it's some sort of new victimology. Well, it's just a perfected victimology. So what has feminism done? It's made men afraid to be reverent of women. It's made them want to stay away from women for fear of even giving a slight compliment that you're going to be considered a misogynist devil. It's all just been twisted and construed. And you know what? We need to just go back to what was our original role in that women, you can be women, be proud of being feminine, be proud of being a woman, and you don't have to be compared to a man. No man is ever going to be compared to you. Why would you want to be compared to a man?
Right. And I mean, my question is, when was it so bad to be revered as a woman?
Thank you.
I mean, the thing is that, women, there was an older time,
Right.
barbaric times when you have a culture that would abuse their women and would take them for granted. However, if you look at that, most of those nations were unchristian nations.
Hello.
Where they didn't, where that love for God and therefore love and respect for each other was not there.
It's not
And
existent.
it's funny because as we're just talking about this, I realized that the same instance when America stopped becoming so much a Christian, a widely Christian nation
Right.
in our government and in our schools and everything like that was the
Secularism.
same. Exactly. The secularization happened congruent with when feminism really took off.
Right.
So obviously you'll have a culture where the women are unequal when they are not founded with the basic belief that men and women are already equal and already need to be, appreciated.
Right. Well, the other thing is too, that's the whole point that we want to make in this, that without Christianity, without a Christian view of women and men, women, you have to realize that Christianity is really the best social political dynamic for equality there is. If you want inequality, all you have to do is step outside of the Christian sphere, Judeo-Christian sphere, step into Islam or Buddhism or Hinduism.
Anything else really.
Anything else really. And you're going to see, if you want to, and you feminists who's sitting here embracing the hijab and who are embracing Islamic culture, go live there. And good luck with that. Okay? Because you're not going to last 5 days, I'll tell you.
I mean, if you guys are so upset about, that America is not an embracing enough culture, with so many tight immigration laws, and we're not diverse enough. I mean, if you're so infatuated with wanting to become like the other cultures that you see outside of America, why don't you just go and immigrate maybe to the Middle East?
How about that? And
embrace their culture. Maybe bring it back if you survive. But, maybe why don't you bring it back, okay? Or why don't you just go there and live there and see how great it is?
Yeah.
Because you know what? It's not
that great. And I will tell you, if you don't want to have your genitals mutilated and be walking on eggshells all the time for fear of having an honor killing where you're the victim.
Or marry a rapist.
Or how about that? So why don't you think that that's so wonderful? And why are you advocating that? And you're turning your back on the one institution religiously that would have protected you, protected your honor, and treated you like the child of God that you are. You might want to think about your Christian brothers who are the ones who really want to protect you and honor you and revere you. Hello. Now, I'm going to take us on a different direction I'm going to change the subject abruptly. This whole thing about, like, we're going back to the issue of this, all the exposure of all these perverts, these predators who are coming out in Hollywood and Washington, which, by the way, has been going on for decades. Don't act like you're suddenly outraged. Okay? Y'all been protecting this stuff, you on the left, and all you left and right, all of you who have been the real misogynists in this game. This actually, interestingly enough, how is it now coming out about all these men who have done these horrible things just on the verge of when we started hearing about the pedophilia in Hollywood, that people like Ashton Kutcher, like, Elijah Wood had been screaming about years ago about the pedophile network, not of isolated cases of pedophilia in Hollywood, which interestingly links to Washington, D.C. How come we're just suddenly talking about all the women who are getting assaulted and not the children?
Yeah. All of a sudden, you have these allegations like that would come out against Al Franken,
right?
Roy Moore, who I personally think is a false allegation.
I think so too. That was a setup.
Yeah. what happened with Weinstein
and Casey, what's his
and
name?
Kevin Spacey
And all these guys. Suddenly they're
and
off.
the list that Corey Feldman, who was in the Goonies, Corey Feldman,
Right.
released the names of the abusers that he knew of in Hollywood.
Who are still working.
What? Okay, where was the press coverage for that? Okay, where was this? Okay, what happened to that?
Yeah.
That's news
Right.
here.
Now, who's covering for this? Who's covering for these people?
You gotta wonder.
Media, are you on the job or not?
Hello?
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 Y'all need to get up on the stick here. You feminists, you want to talk about some horrors in society? If you've got children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, younger people that you know of, you need to start screening now. And these people need to either go to jail or be put in front of a firing squad for the atrocities, for ruining the lives of innocents. Now, you want to talk about a crime? Please.
That's not just a crime. That you're literally screwing up someone.
You're destroying their lives.
They're like psychologically, physically, mentally. You're just absolutely destroying somebody.
Right. You tell me anybody who's been the victim of child abuse who has come out of that unscathed. I defy you to find one person.
No one is gonna say, oh yeah, well, that didn't change anything in my life.
Right. No, I got over it.
Give me a break.
No. So.
Give me a break.
In conclusion, we didn't want to ramble too long because we just wanted to make this point salient. But I really think that, you feminists and you people who are sitting here screaming about the predators, you got some really dangerous predators walking around Hollywood who are still working with children in this industry, in entertainment and in politics, Joe Biden, that are dangerous people, and I would not let a kid get within 100 miles of them, let alone work in the same studio.
Don't forget what's really going on, guys, because there's so much that they're trying to distract us with every single day.
Right.
Don't forget what's really going on. We got it. They try to divert us, but we got to go back to what's really going on. I think the chief of police for the NYPD says there's enough evidence for Weinstein to be arrested, and was asking, why isn't he being arrested?
Why is he in jail now?
What's going on? Okay, we need to ask the serious questions. We need to start getting on their cases.
Now, let me just close by saying, you guys in media and you guys in law enforcement, get off your butts and get these guys. It might be your daughter or son next. You hear me? Okay, so we're going to conclude now because we've had our hour of rant. And we're happy because we need more action on this. Start calling your senators and congressmen. Stop giving these Hollywood people your money.
That's right. Stop going to movies.
That's right.
Stop tipping them. Stop doing Netflix.
That's right.
Just stop watching TV.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's so much better things you could be doing with your time.
Go outside.
Get a nice hobby.
Yeah.
Do something. Make something.
Make something. Go out.
Yeah.
Enjoy life.
Yeah.
Help. Donate your time to somebody who really needs your help.
Yeah. There's a lot of things, get local, get involved. Okay. There's so many things that, that are happening around you. I'm sure that could use your guys' help. Okay. Yeah, start small and it'll change the society. Trust me. It changes the culture. Start small.
Right. And you know what? You're worth it. You're worth it. Your love is worth it.
And someone could help. You could help somebody.
You really could. So, God bless you guys. We want to thank you so much for tuning in again to
Dynamic Mother-Daughter Duo. We worked so hard on that.
Yeah. Okay, God bless everybody.
Thank you. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.